This video I'm going to go through how to use the Sullivan's trap tester to determine your pan tension of your traps. This is a product made by Sullivan. If you've been around trapping for very long, ever read Fur Fishing, Game, or most any trapping magazine, you've probably read a Sullivan article. Usually have a little bit of sarcasm or humor in them, but this is pretty. The only easy to use thing that I know of on the market for trying to test pan tension, and it's really simple. You can see it's got. Bring it up here for you to see. So this is what you put the pan on. The jaws catch around this tubing here, and then you've got graduated marks, and each of them are a pound. So you've got 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, and 4 pounds. So as you press, you see it's passing the 1 pound mark, the 2 pound mark, the 3 pound mark. I mean, that's all there is to it. So you take your trap, you set it, you get the pan, where it's ready to fire, and then you take the tester and you can put it straight in the trap just like so, or you can flip the loose jaw up to try to save a little bit on the mechanism itself. You want to press in the center of the pan to get an accurate reading. If you press on the outside edge of the pan, it's going to be probably a lighter reading than necessary. If you press too close to the dog, it's going to give you a real heavy reading. So pressing on the center of the pan, this is an MB550 straight from Minnesota, no modifications, nothing done to it whatsoever. So they're supposed to be, I think, around 2.5 pounds of pan tension. So let's test it out and see. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 2.5, there's 3, there's 3.5, there's 4. So that was a little heavier than expected, about 4 pounds of pan tension. And this is, I wouldn't recommend getting too bent out of shape or worked up over pan tension. I just have always kind of gone on feel. You know, the Minnesota traps are made, you know, to kind of have a generic pan tension built in, so there's no need to adjust unless you want to adjust it heavier to try to target coyotes. And really, in my mind, that's the only thing you would want to do. The only reason to really delve into your pan tension too much is if you're really trying to target like coyotes or particularly coyotes, and you want to try to avoid catches of grays and bobcats and light-footed things like that. So here's a number 2 Bridger dogless. We'll see what this one looks like. Right in the middle of the pan. Whoo, that one's light. That's about 1.5 pounds. So between you and me, I probably wouldn't have a whole lot of concern over that. I've never really used dogless traps that much. I've tinkered with them a little bit this year. But you know, you may want to adjust a little bit heavier. I like to catch whatever comes by. If it's a skunk that comes by, I want to catch it. If it steps on my pan, I want to catch it. So that's where I don't get real hung up on pan tension. But I don't want it so light that sifting dirt over it fires it, or when I'm trying to brush my hand and kind of smooth it out, that fires it. So, like I said, if that's something that, you know, if you're new to trapping and you really want to kind of get a feel for, even if it's just kind of getting your eye and your finger calibrated to how much tension is that, this trap pan tester can be pretty handy to use. It's I think it's 12 or 13 bucks. I mean, it's not like it's that expensive. It's not a bad thing to have around the fur shed. So simple to use. You can get them at any trap supply dealer. So keep that in mind if you're just dying to know what your traps are running pan tension wise.